Nicklaus, remember that time we went to that planet system, one sun solar, and we had a bunch of our friends on the Fidelis, and we couldn't, well, I couldn't, get out from underneath some scam they were running that we gave the Up Ahead Committee warning about as they started to shut off the hoses on your wife, her memory, and going in the correct direction. There is a magnetic field between the zenith, I am she, with Nicklaus. We own the zenith magneticism and the internal equipment, which is life programming on this planet. Don't know why you thought ignoring me and him we are substantiated, was a good idea, but whatever. I am actually standing up for a friend at this moment. There is a gentleman, first of all, let's use the word crisis. Humans, since we arrived, and before, have been in crisis all around the world. So I'm in USA, New York's gone to shit. The World Trade Federation towers have fell on Z's birthday, 9/11. Oh my god, look at that. If you put the 1 for Z in front of the X, it makes a 9. You put it after, it's an 11. Oh, I like your crisis thinking. Yeah, so do the ox people, because Z is more of a box. Right, he's a Tau. He's got Triolin in there, and he's got the Mandrain market people that always like to get out of the closet for any dollar deal. And then we've got the Ox, strong as an ox. No, don't get scared here, Mr. Warden of the North Koreans. No, you've got a stiff upper lip. Oh no, you say I have the same thing. I know, I get that. I appreciate that. But I am going a little more south to just south of We're Not Pals, Nepal, where India does not like mixing with the Mongols from the north. So there is a buffer zone aptly named Nepal. N-E. We're not friends, pals. Anyway, so in India, right, they have a Urdu, Hindu, they have Vishnu. I am back. Right, imagine that. You're not going to remember who I am. I'll know who I am, but you might need a little research, and some of you might get really angry. To find out she's a white woman with blue eyes, not a blue woman with black hair. Although it does look awfully black because I haven't dyed it, but whatever. So that's that, right. Okay, so that's where my strong as an ox people are. I said, right, the ox, it's going to help you in those fields, right? So your men can get twice as much work done the old-fashioned pedicure way, right? When that's your utility is the animal, the ox, the OX, not the what I woke up to this lifetime. Like, yeah. Alright, so we're getting out of India and China's closet, which is a double box. One's an ox, and the other one's a 9/11Z. Right, and then I got North Korea laughing, going, ha ha ha, I told you, leave me South Korea, I will do a much better management job. You are right, Mr. I was on your side. From the great nether beyond, I said, leave them up to him. They are a nasty challenge once you give them some kind of sovereignty. Why are you taking them away? He's doing so fabulous. So anyway, so then we go back to somewhere in what they said was Israel, which Nicklaus laughed. He had red hair. Yeah, so here's what happens. In extraterrestrial equipment, when you're trying to, like, come to one time zone, and it's a human lifespan, and you've had lives with some of your favorite characters before, their skin might be new to you, some might not, right? I have a very dear and near friend. You can cross-reference him by this Lindquist jersey that he bought me at the Chase Rangers hockey game. I thought that was honestly hilarious. We are Rangers from a different time and space, but not like, I guess, an arm and a leg and a navy, whatever. Naval. Yeah, we have all those. Okay, so anyway, going back to, right, it was the 85th edition. Was that the year you were born? I thought so. Around there. Anyway, he's got a very beautiful wife, he said, which is great. He is of a very darker complexion than my own, but no, not like Brendan Burns, not that dark. He is more of a caramel, I call it tawny, Tawny color, right? And he comes from he said he was a New Yorker. I said, sure, so am I. right? I am nothing like this New York, so, right, we kind of laughed over that. He wanted to take a selfie with me at some point, so we did, as we were having a couple of beers, like, not paying attention to the game, because who really wants to watch fucking hockey? I know everybody thinks a white American woman, they play hockey. Not even close. He was the first hockey game I ever went to. Hockey. But anyway, sitting in that chair, then he took me to some restaurant in a genre, Genre, I had never really been to, or I didn't know about. I'm not sure if it was Moroccan, if it was Indian, if it was Urdu. It was something unusual, which he knew, I did not. And I said, okay, whichever it is, I'll just follow you. You're the leader. So I just followed him with Bob from Chase, the bank, Chase, who had the tickets as the RM, while I was just a little banker on the teller floor with my pencil skirt, the black one, and my black calf-length boots, right? You don't want to expose too much skin, right? And whatever uniform Chase puts on you in the bank. So anyway, right, there we go. And my friend, oh, right, we are in crisis. So somewhere before we got to real world, which is what I call this act of him and I going to a hockey game. That was an act. We are both actors in this disgusting turn-up event, TURNIPEVENT, me being Eve and Adam being Nicklaus, and we are supposed to be in the Garden of Eden, Eden. Instead, we are in the Human's Garden version of evil, EVIL. The gentleman, by the way, that I took a photo with as a selfie, because he said, my friends back home are going to love this. And I said, okay, sure. Right. So he and I had a really nice time. He is the kind of devilishly evil that I love. Same thing about Nicklaus, right? I have a few of those. So is Joe Carrillo. They all have that, like, chutzpah that, like, it is a magnetism from the stars that they are just tuned perfectly. But anyway, so he has a wife, so I did not want to right, he said, do you think I'm handsome? And I mean, he had very beautiful features, he had very, very beautiful skin, and he had a very beautiful spirit. And he wanted to talk about the Quran and all sorts of things, which I was enamored by. I had never met anybody who wanted to speak about it. So over dinner, that's what we did. But there is a visage when Nicklaus with red hair, by the way, and me with not knowing what I was going into. I think he was wearing a white sweatshirt with khaki pants, as was I, the same uniform, with a double D on the lapel in a golden yellow color to visit our friend, same guy, in some other country doesn't matter. It was arid. No, he said Israel. I said, okay, if you say so. So I said, I don't get out of the house much, and I'm not from around here. So, so they were doing, we had a black and white conversation. It was very clear to the star people that were in that meeting, who we were and what's up ahead is going to be a problem for Nicole, because it keeps tuning, and we just want to be married. The kid with the red hair and his beautiful bride that we had apparently go in a whole bunch of different imageries to explain it to old partners of ours, hoping that they would be like, well, that didn't really happen in this life, but it looks real. Like, how did you do that? Yeah, okay, because it is real. It's just God equipment, and I needed your help in order to get married to the one man without all of the dangerous science equipments where there are children of Earth, not he and I, who are holding knives, and not the nice knives like you use over in Lawrence of Arabia territory. No, not those beautiful knives. No, they're holding science knives in private garages, like hidden and really hurting via dangerous science through a it's a paranoid, it's a void between the paranormal, it's dark matter, it's dark arts, whatever, we talked about it a long time ago. We really don't teach people about it. We'll say a couple of words here and there, and usually people are like, okay, I don't want to know. No, you don't, because usually we don't leave witnesses, except in imagery, when we need to ask friends for help. So that gentleman, right, that was when we were like 18, right, we said, well, we are in a crisis, so going back to my old Egyptian name of Isis might be the way way to go. Yeah, because we is and he is, and we are gods. We are here, and we are in crisis. So how are we going to let the stupid earthlings know they made a wrong turn? I really didn't care for or about 9/11, right? Towers went down, oops. Okay, so somebody made a wrong move. Right, lots of people died, right? I guess you noticed then by the look of all of the New York players that there's no longer Irish in the New York City Police Department. There's no more Irish mob, right? Yeah, there's no Russian mob either that I can see. It is all Korean and something from petroleum territory in a hot, arid climate of shifting sand. So I don't know. I mean, the gentleman, I don't need names. I don't remember what his name was, but that is purposely on my register for my dialogue, so this way nobody picks through, although they seem to do that a lot. Nose picks, nose bleeds, right? You are not allowed to touch my very special friends. He's one of them. And so, right, what else? That was about it as far as that's concerned. That was in imagery. We only do that for really extra special people that we really appreciate from other lives and for this life that we can call on and rely on. To tiptoe properly into my visage to help out my star buddy husband that I can't seem to get to. Alright, so Nicklaus has come to me in dark hair, no hair, red hair, and his blondish whatever we were born in. Same color as Benjamin and Alexander. And I don't want to say his name. The little one that looks very much like him at Guggenheim, 6-year-old on the playground with me. We had just turned like 6, I think, 6 or 7, I don't know. It's right before school started. It was one of the first meetings. He had on like a red polo shirt. It was like red and yellow or something. I don't know. It had some emblem on it. I wasn't paying, I was paying attention, but so long ago. Alright, let's see. Yeah, I think that's enough, right? Lindquist, 85 was the number. My number's 30, right? I think I patched in all the important stuff, right? Oh, and he said, do you think that I'm, handsome? And I'm like, I really don't like answering those kinds of questions. Like, that really makes me uncomfortable. And he's like, no, I know. He's like, I have a wife, so don't worry. And I said, okay, well, that makes me feel a lot better. Actually, now I can answer the question. Because I wouldn't, if you're asking, you really want to know, yes, I think that you have very beautiful features, like an artist, but I'm looking for something different. That's all. All right, so that was that, and I think, yeah, that concludes this for the moment. Oh, right, I was Lawrence of Arabia. I did do that in one of my leadership classes in Empire State. Yeah, it's amazing how the linguistics work out for this. Yeah, in universities that never mattered, just wasting fucking time while you get children to put science knives down and come for me.